I'm not very good at parking boats. Come on, don't beach it. There we go. Now this is where I can make comparisons to Scrap Mechanic. When you hit logic here, this is very similar. Look at that craft. Uh-oh. Seems like weight property wise, this craft might be a bit heavy. Hello YouTube, Camodo Gaming here, giving you guys a first look at Stormworks Build and Rescue. I am very excited to bring this game to you guys today. This is an alpha game, and really what this is a vehicle building game similar to a lot of the games that we play here on the channel, like Rover Builder, Scrap Mechanic, even something a little bit like Brick Rigs. And what it is, you have control of your own Coast Guard. And what you do, you actually get to build all of the vehicles. You can build stuff from helicopters to huge like Coast Guard cutters, little boats, even land vehicles. And you can actually take part in missions on this kind of, I think it's like a procedurally generated island or islands. And you get to take on all these missions and you have to build crafts to take those missions on. So I'm really excited to check this out here today. If you like this kind of game, you want to see more of this on the channel, hit that thumbs up button, let me know in the comments below. And if you want to sign up for the alpha, there is a link down in the description, and hopefully you get in. But anyways, let's jump right into this. Alright, as you can see here, when I say procedurally generated, I think the islands are kind of like preset, but in the world they can be placed in different areas. And there's stuff like oil platforms, all types of different objects that can be randomized. So you've got that, there's a difficulty here. There is a creative mode where you unlock all the parts and you can just build to your heart's content. We're not going to try that yet. We're actually going to go into the career mode and go through the tutorial and learn a little bit about how to actually play the game. I've done a little bit of it, but I'm still a bit confused by a couple systems. But anyways, let's go ahead. We're going to jump right into this and start a new game. Welcome to Stormworks. Stormworks tutorial here. It says your boat was damaged in a recent storm and you'll need to use the Workbench to fix it. So here's our little house here. We can travel here at night to sleep and advance the days. But we're ready to go ahead and open this up and check this out. I have to say, the game actually looks quite pretty. It's got a very unique style. It almost looks somewhat like a cel-shaded type game, but I don't know. I don't really know what the actual style itself is called, but that's what I think it is, and it's absolutely gorgeous, especially as soon as you get out onto the water itself, and once you get on the crafts and stuff. But anyways, this is our little dock area here. We actually have control of this. Let's go ahead and turn on the lights. And this is where we'll launch probably just a small craft. I'm sure there's a bigger dock somewhere else. But yeah, let's go ahead and fix the boat. Now this is where the building, you can truly see how advanced it is. You can build crafts. We've got like a little, I don't even know what type of boat this would be called. It's just a really small boat, but you can see all the individual blocks that have been used to place this thing together. So this is somewhat similar to something like Rover Builder or even Scrap Mechanic. There's actual logic here and how you hook everything up. But anyways, we need to fix this. Let's go ahead and move the camera around. The camera reminds me quite a bit of Rover Builder's camera, which took me a little bit to get used to, but once you actually get used to it, it's not too bad. Anyways, let's go ahead and start placing some blocks. As you can see, the other side is complete. I guess this is the damage side. So we're going to place blocks like so. You can do them individually, or, let's get the camera up a little bit. You can drag blocks too, like that. So you can do that. You can see some of the blocks that we have down here. There's a weight block. You've got a wedge, pyramid block, some sort of inverse pyramid. There's a ladder block, which I'm actually really impressed by. I really wish Scrap Mechanic had one of those. And there's a window block. So let's go ahead and put the wedge block on. Kind of put it against the wall here. You can manipulate the way the block sets by using, I believe it's like IJQ or something. It's actually JKI. You can maneuver the blocks, or you can just kind of press them up. We got a little pyramid block here. You can press it up against the wall, and it'll kind of shift direction. So there we go. Now this is where I can make comparisons to Scrap Mechanic. When you hit logic here, this is very similar. So we've got different little, we'll call these nodes here, and you've got the engine on and off switch. You've got a power node back here, and you have to direct these into the right areas. So we have a switch here on the dash. We want that to be our on and off for the engine. You've got a throttle. Now the seats, the pilot seats, have two little dots on them. I think one is for the WS controls and the other one's for like an AD control. So obviously with the engine power, you want W and S. So we're going to hook that there. and the other one here is your A and D keys. And we've got some little back rudders here, and there's a propeller in the middle. So let's go ahead and hook this into the back rudders, there and there. And there is a power switch here, or a power node on the front, and that needs to go to the propeller. So that should be good to go. Let's go ahead and save this craft, and we're going to go ahead and spawn it and check it out. Alright, here we go. So we have a new mission available to us here. You can see our boat down here in the dock. We can hop into it. We can go exploring around the islands here. But let's go ahead and take a mission here and learn about how this works. So you hit the N key, and you can see the missions. I think they're somewhat random the way they appear. They all seem to have some sort of time limit on them. So we have to deliver some hospital supplies. So we have to deliver a supply crate to the hospital without delay. Let's go ahead and click that, and we'll activate it. So the hospital's dialysis unit has failed. Deliver a replacement before the patient care is compromised. Okay, so what we need to do here, we need to pick up this crate. I'm assuming this is the hospital supplies, and we're going to chunk it in the back of the boat and get going. So I'm assuming at any point now we can probably edit the boat if we need to. And oh, that was actually a really good shot. Let's see if we can hop onto the boat from here. That seems kind of dangerous. Maybe we should have used the ladder. But yeah, you can, if you fall off anything, you can swim around the water. Everything's just fine. First I was a little afraid. I was like, how do we interact with the water? But the swimming controls are actually quite nice. So we can hit tab, we can change from first person to third person. And let's go ahead and turn on the engine here, and it's going to be WASD to drive. And oh, that crate looked like it was about to fall out. So yeah, as you can see, the graphics to me actually look really nice. It's not like a very realistic look. It's more like just got its own unique style to it, and that's the way a lot of these build games are. So really digging the way that looks here. So let's go ahead. I think we need to drive over. There's like a dock, or there's a waypoint over here, which I'm assuming the hospital is on this island here. There's another island way over there, and a couple islands over there. I'm trying to see, is there any oil platforms? I don't see any of the oil platforms. No telling where they spawn those. But yeah, let's go ahead and get over to the dock here. Alright, here we come up to the waypoint here. This looks to be the dock. I guess we have to actually park this thing. I'm not very good at parking boats. Come on, don't beach it. There we go. Hey, you know what? I actually did a pretty decent job. Now, I don't know if there's damage on the boats themselves. I might need to try that out, see if we can actually damage those. Let's go ahead. Let's fire off the engine here. Stop moving. There we go. Still kind of drifting a bit. Let's go and pick up the crate and toss it up there. And I think we can hop from here to there. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I do like the way that you can actually walk around or walk all over the boats, walk all over the islands. So I'm actually kind of excited to see like a big boat where you can actually just walk around and actually discover it, kind of like you can in Scrap Mechanics. So that excites me, and wow, that's actually quite a ways to the hospital. You figured they would place the dock right by the hospital. Let's go ahead and get over there, and we're going to drop off this supplies in the drop zone. Alright, we're at the hospital here. Let's go ahead, I guess we drop the supplies off here in the back. Alright, so completed the mission. Looks like we've gained some parts, like some blueprints, and we've gained some money. I don't really know how the money works yet. Does this hospital... Oh, it actually has a full interior. Well, you can actually walk around in it. That's kind of neat. Okay. Alright, so what we're going to do, we need to return back to our home base. I'm assuming they're going to teach us maybe a little bit more about building, or maybe they'll give us another craft. I really want to like fly a helicopter or something. But anyways, I got to walk all the way back to the dock over here. We're going to crank up the boat, and we're going to head back home and see what else we can get into here. Alright, here we are. We are back at our little home base. Kind of curious if there's like a helipad or an airfield somewhere. I haven't really explored the island too much. Let's go ahead and stop in here. There we go. Alright, toggle that off. Hop off here. I'm assuming we can use those ladders over here to actually get up. There we go. Oh, nope. Okay, let's go ahead and use that. Am I not at my home base? I guess it actually wants me to return to my little house that I had up on the hill. So let's go ahead and get up to that and see what the game tells us to do from there. Alright, here we go. Looks like it's going to want us to go to sleep. Let's go ahead and close the door here. Let's head to sleep and see what it does. Okay, so the tutorial is complete. Congratulations, you have successfully completed the Stormworks tutorial. Start your next adventure by pressing the wake button. So you got like looks like a date down here. It's 2032. You can fast forward time. So I'm assuming there's like a 24-hour time cycle. And actually, I see an oil platform over there. So let's go ahead and hit the wait button, and I'm assuming it's the next day, so it looks like we have a new mission available here. Okay, let's go ahead and read it real quick. Smuggler's cargo. Recover 5 crates jettisoned by drug smugglers. Apparently, drug smugglers dumped 5 packages overboard during a police pursuit. Recover them before the criminals return for their goods. The Sea Police Depot is awaiting your delivery. So, 5 crates. I could barely fit 1 crate in that little boat. We need to head back down to the workshop and see if there's any other options for crafts, or maybe we can start to build a little bit, because I don't know how we're going to get all 5 of those crates in that little bitty boat over there. So let's head back into the workshop and see if we can actually get back to this. Let's see. Okay, so this is the vehicle in the zone. Okay, so there's a lot more stuff. Looks like it's opened up here. So let's go ahead and just explore this a bit. Of course, we have the blocks. Vehicle controls. So you have a fin rudder. You've got the pilot seat, the normal rudder. There looks like that's a wheel. We've got mechanics. So we got the toggle button, push button. This is similar to scrap mechanic. You've got a small connector. You got a dial. Okay, I'm gonna need to learn a little bit here. It looks like a digital display and a indicator light. So you got that. You got some propulsion here, engines, propellers. You've got equipment. So I'm assuming this is where we're gonna start spending money here. And oh boy, there's logic gates. You've got all the logic gates. Okay, so this could get very advanced very quick. It seems like we need to remove. I need more like storage space. I want to make this a longer boat. So let me learn and see if we can start removing some of this stuff. And I'd like to actually build this boat a bit bigger. Okay, so I'm learning a little bit here. It seems like we can erase blocks. You go to the little erase tool up here. And really the only thing I'm going to do here, we're going to just expand this. I want to see how much this actually costs to do. So let's go to blocks. Does this cost money, or can we just like expand? Let's go and fill in that gap there. So yeah, let's go ahead and see if we can expand this boat. I don't know really what I'm doing here. Let's see, can we shift that out? Let's see. Gotta figure out how this exactly works. This is where there's gonna be a little bit of learning involved. I think once I actually learn this, this actually probably wouldn't be that bad. Let's go ahead and add that block there. I gotta figure out how I need to shift these over to where I'm building. I think it's like the shift button or something, where I'm building outward instead of down. Alright, here we go. We're going to give ourselves quite a bit more area back here. So something like that. I even feel like it's really constricted as far as the cockpit area. Now, this is going to look really odd, but I think this is going to work. So let's go and build out like that. I wonder if we can leave it hollow or if we need to fill this in. Actually, there's a couple pieces we need to delete here, wedge pieces. Let's delete this whole row. So yeah, you can drag and delete too. So got that. Okay, let's go ahead and get our blocks out again. This is probably going to look fairly ugly, but let's do that. Oh, uh-oh. Okay, I need to cancel that. I don't want to do that. There we go. I need to figure out how to cancel those too. So yeah, bear with me as far as the building aspects here. I'm just briefly touching on these to see if I can figure them out quickly, or if this is going to take some more time to learn how to build here. So let's go ahead and stack this. I'm going to mimic the way the boats, or at least the shape of the boat, the way it already is. Let's go ahead and go 2 out there. This is a little finicky here. Let's go ahead and just do a line here. We'll do a line here, and we'll extend out like that. We'll start having to put some wedge pieces in. Let's go ahead. Can I extend this out about like that? There we go. I don't wonder if I'm supposed to, like, or do you want to leave the boat hollow, or do you want to actually fill it in? I'm not quite sure here. So I'm going to do a little bit of building here. I'll probably fast forward time a bit, and we'll try to shape this boat. And once we get into the more complicated parts, we'll slow it down and go through that process. Alright, so we've got a basic shape here. I did extend the boat out a bit. I made a couple modifications to make a little bit more storage space in the back. So what we need to do now, we need to put on our fin rudders. I don't know if these need to be built into the boat or they can poke out a bit. Let's go ahead and stick one here. And we'll go ahead and stick one here. It is a bit hard to see sometimes color-wise where you're sticking stuff, so I do probably need to paint some of this boat up a little bit. Let's go ahead and go to propulsion. And we should just need a propeller. Actually, that sticks out a bit too. You know, let's go ahead and cut into the boat a couple blocks. Let's go 1 and 2. I know it's a little hard to see that. Let's do that, and let's go ahead and stick that propeller there. Okay, so that's all put back together. Let's go ahead and check our logic here. So it looks like the engine's still hooked up to the switch. We just need to put the throttle down here to, the propeller. Okay, here we go. Why is that? There it goes. Okay, I thought maybe it wasn't going to hook up here. Okay, so we got the A and D keys. Need to go back down to the rudders. I like how it only highlights what you need. So say when we were going to hook the W and S up here in the front, which I already think it's already hooked up to the engine still, when you start to drag, it only shows what you can hook it up to, which that's actually kind of useful. So I do believe this is pretty much good to go here. Let's go ahead and just check out the paint tool real quick. Looks like they're using, like, is it a gray? Oh, this is simple. You just click. Can we drag? Oh, you can drag too. Oh, that's so nice. Alright, that's fairly simple. I kind of wish you could just drag a whole, like, say a square or something, or all the way across, but you kind of have to highlight every little individual cell here. But we're going to go ahead and paint this real quick and try to make this look pretty awesome, and then we'll head out and accept that mission. Alright, looks like we're ready to go here, so let's go ahead and spawn this vehicle. Actually, we're going to save this as another craft here, since it is a extended boat, so we'll stick an EX on it. And do that. Let's go ahead and spawn it into the water, saving the game, and oh, okay, here we go. Look at that craft. Seems like weight property wise, this craft might be a bit heavy. You know, I don't wonder if we were supposed to maybe leave this thing maybe hollow. Yeah, because this isn't gonna work. Like, it works, but it is really far down in the water here. Okay, so we're going to stop that. Let's go back into the workbench real quick, and I'm going to hollow some of this out. I have a feeling I shouldn't have done that. That's the only thing I can think of, the reason why this might not be working. So let's go ahead and do that real quick, and we'll hop back into it and see if it fixes the craft. Okay, upon a little bit of investigation as to why our craft sunk, there was almost like there was a hole here in the bottom of the ship, and I don't wonder if that actually played a part in it. I don't know if that's what something the game recognizes. But obviously that's bad, so we're going to go ahead and fill this up, probably about like so. And oh, that went completely opposite the way I wanted it to initially. But yeah, this should hopefully be an easy fix here. I do like how the game takes that into kind of account as far as the weight properties and everything else. So that is pretty neat to see. So we're going to fill in the hole here, which should be fairly simple. There we go. We're going to fill it in, and we're going to go ahead and rebuild the floor, and we're going to leave the back end hollow now. So hopefully this thing floats. That's a good lesson learned there. Alright, here we go. Moment of truth. Does this thing float now? Uh-oh. Oh, it does! Okay, so it was the hole. It still seems like it's bobbing a little bit. It actually looks like it's getting dark outside. We need to go ahead and hurry up and complete this mission here. I just hopped over it. I really hope we do have the storage space now. It seems like we do. I know you're seeing a little bit of water in the bottom, but the other boat was doing the same thing here, so let's make sure this thing actually runs. Seems pretty good. Turning, you can definitely tell it's heavier now, so its turning isn't quite as nimble as the other ship that we were playing with earlier, but anyways, oh, that is a really long ways to go. Oh boy. Alright, well, I guess the only positive thing to this is the whole fact I do believe we can fit all 5 crates into this ship, so let's go ahead and set sail and get out to this smuggled cargo. Alright, looks like we are coming up on the smuggled cargo here. We actually had quite a ways to go, and it's actually starting to get dark. I have not thought about maybe sticking lights on this craft. That probably would have been wise. I didn't realize we were going to be out here this long. That was quite a ways to sit there and actually float out this way, but oh, okay, so I'm assuming we just need to actually dive here and try to pick up all these crates. I do believe I have enough space. It would be a shame to go through all that work and not be able to fit all these crates back there, but Apparently we have some illegal things in these crates and we need to get them out of our waters. What's kind of neat, up out there in the distance, you can see there is it looks like a nuclear power plant. I'm not really sure what that's all about, but that's pretty neat over there. But yeah, let's go ahead. Got a couple more crates to collect here and see if we can fit them all in the back of this boat. Okay, here we are. We are on our last crate here. Surprisingly, I think they're all going to fit. It's not the neatest job back here. I probably could redo some of these. You need to go over here. Okay, that's a nice area to throw them in. There we go. It's a bit messy, admittedly. Maybe we can maneuver this one. Oh. I actually think it's weighing down the boat a little bit. There we go. That fits pretty good, actually. Alright, so we have to take this to the police drop-off, which you can see it off over there, quite a ways away. There's the power plant I was talking about. Our home base is actually back that way, and there's that oil platform that I pointed out earlier, but it is getting dark. I really wish I would have put some lights on this thing, maybe on the front, kind of see how the lighting system works. But yeah, we got a ways to go. Hopefully we get there before it's completely pitch black, but I'm not really sure. And hopefully all those boats or all those boxes stay in. Looks like we've actually done a pretty good job about that. We've had just enough room. Actually, I think we could probably fit maybe 2 or 3 more, probably 2 more at least. They're right behind me, so did a good job there. Okay, so we appear to be at the island with the police drop-off. I'm kind of circling it right now. There's got to be a dock or something we get to actually go up to. I'm kind of looking around to see if there's like a big port. I see a tower way in the distance on that island out there. It might be a little hard to see, which could be something like an airport, which that would be pretty awesome if it was. Okay, I can see the dock around the corner. It is getting, or it has gotten quite dark. It's not too bad yet, but it's gonna be probably pitch black here really soon. Alright, here we go. Oh, am I gonna have to carry all 5 of these boxes? Oh, I don't look forward to that. Okay, let's go ahead and kind of side swipe here. Do they not have anybody that can come help me unload these boxes? This is actually a little bit bigger dock than the last one. Let's go ahead, kind of crash into it here. Alright, come on boat. Yeah, it would be, maybe design-wise, I probably need to add maybe another couple rudders to the back to see if it'd give it a little bit more turning ability. And I'd like to add, of course, like I said, some lights here. Let's go and turn that off. And we've got to do some unloading, and it's really getting dark out here, so let's try to get up to this police drop-off as fast as possible. Okay, so I just discovered something pretty neat about the game. The game does have a flashlight. I'm kind of curious if you can activate that while on the boat, what that would look like, but let's go ahead and discover or take a look at what this looks like up here, this police drop-off. Kind of curious as to where like a helipad or something is. Oh, this is just a little building. So I'm assuming we're just going to drop all 5 crates off into, maybe this is like a little evidence drop off right here. So let's go ahead and drop that one there. Oh boy, only 4 more to go. Can we look inside of here? What's this look like? Kind of seems dark. Let's go and turn on the lights real quick. Turn off the flashlight here. Activate the lights. Maybe the lights don't work on this building yet. Huh. Alright, flashlight back on. Let's go grab... Oh, what's that? Oh, stock received. Oh! Okay, so there's little parts you can collect around the island. Alright, that's pretty cool. I need to keep an eye out for those boxes, so it's little boxes with the stars on it. Anyway, so let's go ahead and grab these other crates real quick. Alright, here we are, last box here. Now, I did discover that I don't think I actually had to grab all 5 boxes. I think there's like different objectives that you can take on. I think 2 or maybe 3 was the minimum that I needed to grab, so we probably could have used the first ship. But I guess it was okay to show you guys a little bit about the building. Let's go ahead and load this last one off into here. Did that one get in? Okay, that should be it. Come on. Okay, so it looks like we have some sort of blueprint that's been added. Let's go ahead and drop that in there. There we go. So we got an add blueprint, 2 more, I guess, types of blocks, and some more money. So let's go and open up our mission. Seems like that is closed there. You can kind of see some of our, we got a little message center here talking about the missions that we've taken on. So, question is, can we fast travel? It'd be nice to be able to fast travel over there. As you can see, here's the island, and for some reason it says that island's for sale. So I want to say maybe you can expand your business. Maybe we'll start to unlock stuff like the helipad and maybe the little bit bigger harbor. So this game has definitely got a ton of potential. And oh, look at that, we can fast travel. Yay! Let's go ahead and fast travel. Yeah, we're back home. All right, let's go ahead and go to sleep, and we'll check and see if there's anything else we can dive into before we exit here. All right, it is morning, and as you can see, This looks terrible for morning. This is a pretty bad storm. Wonder how choppy the waves are right now. That's actually a good question. I don't see any new missions, so I'm assuming it seems like you need to just sleep and fast forward time for more to appear. Let's go and turn on our flashlight here. But anyways, folks, that's going to about wrap it up for the career mode. We're going to briefly go check out the creative mode just to show you guys some of the extra parts. And then we'll kind of look at that little island they have over there. And then we'll wrap up this video. Okay, so here we are. We are in creative mode, and I can already see new, exciting buildings that we can actually jump into here. Let's go ahead and hop off this. This is kind of a neat-looking little area. This is like a little tower, I guess, for the airport here. So we have like a little airstrip out here. We actually have a hangar. So the question is, are there any pre-built vehicles? I would like to play around with some of those. I need to look around and discover all the things. So here's the workbench. It looks like we can just load our previous vehicles. I'm going to tell you guys about some of the parts here. Of course, there's all the parts are now unlocked. There's a couple more that we didn't have in the career mode. There's like a large connector here, some handles, a lot more propulsion methods like huge rotors, so we can build helicopters, diesel engines, normal engine, turbine engine. There's even like the little railings. So say if you have one of those big Coast Guard cutters, you can have the railings all up the side. There's like a large float over here. So if you guys have anything you want to see build-wise, let me know in the comments below. We might try to do like a build, kind of a creative episode here. I would like to find, and I'm curious, I need to kind of discover a little bit more. I would like to see if they have some sort of pre-built stuff. That way I can look at them. That would be pretty neat. Let's go ahead and turn on. Oh, that controls the whole door. Okay, we don't want to do the hangar doors there. Let's go ahead. I guess there isn't a light, or the lights are already on. So yeah, here's your hangar. I guess eventually you unlock this in career mode. I don't know if there's anything we can interact with here. There's you can pick up the tool chest, pick up the table. There's a little building over there. Let's go ahead and go out to our map real quick. What is this over here? Is this like our starting? Okay, this is like our starting location from career mode. So I'm assuming the little dock's over there. And there's another area over here that we can fast travel to. And this, oh, what is this? Is this like a lighthouse or something? Kind of feels like it. This is a big area. Oh, there's the helipad. So, okay, there's, I guess, another little airport. It doesn't look like it actually has an airstrip, so it's just like helipads. And uh-oh, hopefully we can't die. No, okay, we can't. Let's go ahead and pop this open real quick. That's pretty neat. Okay, let's look into here. We got like a little map here. Is this actually accurate? I don't think so. Got that. Got a little basketball. See if we can shoot some hoops here. Come on. That's about as good as I can actually play basketball. There we go. Come on. Yep. Really? There we go. That should be like an achievement. Let's see. Here's another workbench. Okay, so it's pretty much the same thing. I do want to see if we have any pre-built. Looks like there's some other settings over here. Symmetry and stuff like that. That's going to be good for like building planes and even boats. So there's a lot of options here. A lot of options. So we'll dive into some more of this here very soon. If you guys want to see more Stormworks on the channel, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Tell me in the comments below. Also, if you want to join in the alpha, that link is also in the description. I highly suggest checking this game out because it's got a ton of potential, and I really look forward to the full release of the game. But anyways, folks, hopefully you enjoyed this episode, and we will see you guys next time on Stormworks. Thank you.